Кого нет? У меня вот пропуск кадров пошел. Давай, блядь, попробуй что-нибудь поделать. Это у меня, конечно, шиза, блядь.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their...
Да, блядь. На- Бля, школьник, тебе надо опять проверить, блядь, потому что я не понимаю. Вы школьник.
Урод.
Нет?
Чё?
Мне надо опять проверить, лагает у меня или нет, блядь.
Я это и так знаю, у тебя уже инет хуярит.
Лагает?
Блять, тебе по голосу уже было слышно. Ну давай, смотрю.
Смотри. А то его лагает.
Какие-то микрофрезы есть.
И как с этим, блядь, бороться, нахуй? Можете из Дискорда выйти? Давай попробуем из Дискорда выйти.
Че, на стрим тебе писать?
Нет, я просто, типа, ну, чекну. Сам попробую сам. Может, если... Потому что у меня написано все охуенно, блядь. Ну ты говоришь не охуенно, значит нет.
Ну, блять, ты даже когда вот карту открыл, у тебя просто ебало твое зависло нахуй.
Вот, это больше похоже на правду. Ну, говорю, сейчас попробую.
My apologies!
Понятно. Удалить
Что
его
ты
нахуй.
вернулся?
Сейчас зависало, да?
Угу.
Чё за лупа, блядь? Это
Купай
ёбаный
комп
YouTube,
новый.
блядь. Да это ёбаный YouTube, блядь. В том-то и дело, я говорю, вот, у меня есть статистика ебаная, блядь, этой хуйни, сука. У меня, блядь, блядь, 0 хуйни, 0 пропусков кадров в сеть, блядь, 0%, 0,0%, блядь. У меня 0 всего, сука. Какого хуя вот это за лупа, по факту, я не ебу, блядь. То есть я уже даже, ну, не ебу. Вот я уже поставил сейчас стрим не на просто, а на видюху. У меня уже даже, ну, в Геншине уже даже меньше. Я не знаю, в чем проблема. На Твиче типа стримить, блядь, или чё?
Ага.
Не, на Твиче-то она и не будет лагать, я и так в курсе. Блядь, что там? Инвентарь. Похуй, пока так будем. Пока все вообще прекрасно, прекрасно на самом деле.
А чё, на новую промо-страницу заходишь?
М?
Больше детальки лутать или золотые
А,
пушки?
точно. Точно, вот чё хотел. Да, блядь, похуй потом.
Хм.
Ты в пизду я рот ебал. Блядь, что-то я куда-то не туда попал. О, начинается сюжет. Надо, походу, ГГшника ставить, да? Кстати, сейчас глянь, лагает, нет? Последний раз. Вот, типа, я без хуйни запустил, без вепки. Мне кажется, стало лучше, чем было, если честно.
Блядь, всё.
Блядь, надо свою
На
пачку
малыша не
собрать.
лагает.
Прекрасно все, да? О,
Ага.
ты видишь это?
Шо?
Отряд! Они поменяли хуйню.
What is the situation?
Нихуя себе! У-у-у.
То есть... Ну, блядь, я не вижу пока.
Сейчас увидишь. Где мой парень?
Нихуя, чё в отряде?
Я ваху. Я вот. Ты посмотри на это. Ты посмотри на эту куколку, бля. Бля, нахуй. А смотреть нахуй. Хотя, блядь, мне же нужен Дендер ГГ. Давай, ГГ. Через кого? Ну я её оставлю. Вот так хочу, да? Не знаю, понадобятся здесь огненные ублюдки. Наверное, нет. Блядь, короче, задание надо включить просто.
А, ты куришь? Не
Ага.
оставь?
Все, сюжет. Могу, кстати, покрутить что-нибудь. Хочешь покручу? Смотри.
Давай.
В прямом эфире кручу, ебать, ща. Так вот сделаем. 40 руток нахуй, да? Видел.
Угу.
Фиолетовый, ладно. О, новый перс. Даже в курсе. Ебаный Бен, который нахуй никому не нужен. Еще. Да сука, заебала. Еще лук ебучий. Последняя.
Елань.
О, что-то легендарное летит нахуй, 40 круток, блядь! Че прилетело, блядь? Че прилетело, блядь? Че
Ну-ка,
прилетело?
не спойлери. Да я, блядь, это хоть на стриме увижу. Щас. Так, не. Сейчас у меня вот сейчас полетит.
Как можно проебать 50 на 50, нахуй? Как вообще? Я же полгода его не проебывал. 40 круток, нахуй. 40 круток, бля. 40
Да,
нахуй.
Бен
бля.
это Елань ты выбил.
40 нахуй. 40. Ты, давай, я тебе историю покажу. Смотри, историю. Понял? История.
Да, погоди, я посмотрю, подожди.
Сейчас, ничего, нет, смотри, история. Смотришь? Смотришь, смотри.
Короче, я на стриме смотаю сейчас.
О, Кли, бля, Кли. Кли, нахуй. Давай, нахуй. Чё, нового перса выбьешь? Не, лук. Лук. Полетели нахуй. Да ладно, давай одну крутку с новым персонажем въебем. Не, нихуя, сейчас пизду. Тра-тара-та-та-тара-та-та-тара-та-там. Та-тра-тара-та-та-та-та-тра-та-там. Та-тра-тара-та-та-та-та-тар. Та-тра-тара-та-та-та-тра-та-та-та-та. Чё этой хуйни надо? Тут есть, да? Да. Блядь. Чё, там новый еще персонаж, да, вроде появился? Так, ладно. Оп-оп-оп-оп. Та-тра-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та.
In my line,
Та-тра-тра-та-та-та-тра-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та.
my perception.
И тоже введем вот так вот. Та-тра-тра-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та, блядь. Говорят, может как 50 на 50 проебать. Ты чё? Ла-ла.
Sometimes you have to.
Хоп. Ла-ла-ла-ла-ла. Та-тра-тра-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та. Ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту. Ладно, похуй. Вот так вот, блядь.
Oh, Caravan Rebat! Now let Paimon think. What were we up to the first time we came here? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her. So much time has already passed since then, and Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with.
Ой.
Yeah, guess you're right. Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
Ох уж эти диалоги.
Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we...
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia! Since we're weak, but never mind that. What brings you...
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. Huh?
Без
You
очкарика.
serious? Can't say I saw that coming. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs?
Thanks, but no need.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontain is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be. So, when are you leaving?
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahita? Oh, good point. Then there's no
Then I guess this is goodbye for now, Travel.
goodbye, dear. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Отправлять в порт Ромарин Фонтейне. Ну чё ебать, Фонтейн нахуй. Полетели, блядь. Блядь, я ж плевал, эти сундуки, сука, есть нахуй. Я, бля, буду. Ну там буду проверять. Что за хуйня? Где я, блядь? Я знаю где. Это вот здесь вот как раз нельзя было дальше пройти, блядь. Бля, сундуков пытался найти, нихуя не было. Вон сундук, ебать. Кто бы мог подумать, да? Я, конечно же, блядь.
Let's dance.
Horn to oblivion!
Is this an answer from this world?
Блядь, а вообще здесь же будут эти.
Let's go gather some samples.
Наверное, вот так будет лучше. Ну-ка, я никак как.
All right, amuse me.
А чё, мне на чем-то плыть надо? Чё за пароходы, блядь, в этой игре появились нахуй? Чё, блядь? Ой, дети, блядь. Гидрокула, нахуй. О, сейчас мой, блядь, ублюдок станет водяным рейнджером, нахуй. Пошли, ебать, гавань, блядь. Как в этом, блядь, финалке, нахуй, там такая штука была. Чё за мелкая дрянь там бегает?
After crossing all that sand and water, we
Должна быть
finally made it.
Фонтейн! Фонтейн! Ебать! Ебать!
Wow. Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here is just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but
Это атомное
maybe it would
сердце
be better if we. What do you think?
с гидроархонтом, блядь. Дерьмо из него выбьем нахуй.
Lots of useful information.
Да отнет мы узнаем вот это, блядь,
Frontier
Лоля.
is probably
Семеро
still our
архон
best
сейчас
source
наш
for
и лучший
information at
источник.
this point. Yeah, the more we so. What do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along?
Что она, блядь, нас нахуй по...
To learn
О,
about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
да.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it...
Excuse me. Can I help you two?
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that
Really? Like a real trend?
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? In what you see in reality may also be someone deliberate. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera.
But shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that?
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind them. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Novelette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
You're a trees? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, wait. I almost forgot to ask you.
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there.
I think what they mean is that they wish to... In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on...
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of a fish?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a...
First time Paimon's ever... Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kind of...
Yeah, I suppose.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine...
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but...
Alright! I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at that... But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Hey! What are you looking over there for? Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
О, это.
Maybe we better go check on her.
Линия или как его? Ну-ка.
Hello?
I'm fine.
Okay then.
About many things, actually. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and...
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you...
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an... And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memory. He would skip and jump, but now, the water is...
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new
Линет.
friends?
Нет.
Oh, and...
Thanks
А
for looking
ты-
after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in We were just talking with your sister,
see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always good talking
Расскажешь,
about
блядь. Блядь, пиздит нон-стопом.
So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water...
Oh, that. It's from a, well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't...
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette.
Oh, all right then. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the opera house to meet the...
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. Please, follow me.
Блядь. Тяжело. Тяжело. Отхилил.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it's...
О, нихуя! Раз-два. Бля, нихуя себе. Вот, ее хотим. Так, ну стоп.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration.
Нихуя себе, бля. Башня, бля, рот нахуй.
As you can all see,
Урина.
unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast
Нихуя
in
себе.
honor of
У
the
нее чё, блядь,
travelers
вилка в глазу нахуй или что, блядь?
journeyed here from distant lands.
Или она как звездное дитя, блядь, его. Отсылки опять на отсылки.
Is she talking about
Да. Бля, вот это там тянка, нахуй. Вот ее бы я выбил, нахуй. Надо, блядь, уже. Выбить. Выбить
I've
надо.
long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your way as you visited other nations. But I welcome you. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god. And of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold Fosalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like, but the Hydro Archon's entrance was, Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into... You had best
Чесвешная
stop
пизда,
and
нахуй.
consider.
Ебучку бы ей вскрыл
Do
бы.
you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my...
Whoa, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony...
Is she?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh,
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady
ooh,
Farina.
I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike, you may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that
Она
we
хочет
take
ебучку
duel between
вскрыть.
myself and this traveler from a...
Да я ей, блядь, нахуярю ей. Держу в курсе.
Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Оп. Бля, я ее выбить хочу, сука. Все нахуй. Все, копим, блядь, копим. Нахуй, блядь. Хотя и эту тоже можно было бы.
Afraid? Might I remind you that this is a...
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clarent. I admire his bravery. Few have the... Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled.
Huh. Yeah, she's right.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor.
You see. Then, as the god...
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent the... Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Oh, according to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3...
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections...
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil. I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy.
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved.
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should show. So, with such an audience gathered here,
Чё это покемон творит, бля? Почему у меня рука, бля, которой я драчу, блядь, задрожала, нахуй?
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
there. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon.
Huh? You call that math?
Huh. I'm not sure what to think.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, but even the gods of
Что, охуела,
other
блядь?
lands.
Она хочет сказать, что она смогла бы ебучку у Райдена скрыть, нахуй. Да я никогда в жизни не
Look forward
поверю.
to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr.
Раз, два.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law. So I did a little preparation. So, Now do you see?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician.
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious.
But isn't the opera house where criminals?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety. And speaking of performances,
My brother's always excited to.
Oh, sure. We don't really have any.
splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll. Oh, you really mean it? This is a magical item known as a magic.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice until one day, the water levels in Fontaine. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the hydro are.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in...
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually.
Many places have.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think we hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day!
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these.
О. Чё, кому чё? Сумки раздать на, ебать, блять, нахуй. Вот это, блять, да, блять. Вот это.
So you all...
What? You mean...
No, I believe in the prophet. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels. So, if you ask me...
Что за ебать, он пошел, бля, я не понимаю.
All right, I'll take it.
So you're the blonde trap. Oh, a magic pocket? Thanks.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Wait, life is all about living in the moment.
You should...
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that...
Да.
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. Yes, but that will change.
Is there anything else you need?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a.
So, you wanna...
Oh, that would be.
Бля, не говорите мне, что там точка телепорта где-то наверху. Я хоть туда, блядь, идут-то нахуй. Ебать, реально лифт нахуй. Угу. Понятно. 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 Охуеть высоко, блядь, че ебанулся, что ли? 200 метров нахуй ввысь, блядь. Что тут? Штука. О. Че, я сейчас получу свою гидро этот, блядь? Гидроспособность? Так, пока что не буду. Вот это что такое? Конец события. Понятно. Что не понятно? Что, вниз, что ли, куда-то надо упасть? Угу.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers.
Чё, охуела, блядь? Ну-ка. О! Ну все, заебись, ничего не надо использовать, вон, блядь.
Go, Barbara, go!
Го, Барбара, го, блядь. Чё, ублюдок, давай, говори что-нибудь.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced. Maybe next time you'll.
No way.
Fine. Though the.
So, we're going to the court of fun.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Ага.
Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We diverted. Watch her movements.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps you two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape. All right, let.
Так, стоп. Тапаем. Вот тапаем. Где? Вот. Лимон. Это церемониалка, нахуй, или фавоний? Кубок должен быть на гидроурон, да? Мастерство О. Здесь... Сделала здесь ХП, мастерство. Я... Крит, ХП, сила. ХП, крит, вот, блять. Не знаю, не знаю. Число крит установа. Угу. Шапка тоже такая должна быть. Шансом крита, да? Вот так, кстати, можно сделать короче. Ну, мастерство хуйня. Сейчас мастерство дропнется, она пойдет нахуй. Вот кто пойдет. Да опять мастерство, мне это залупало. Должно быть сейчас ХП, шанс или этот. Я не случай устанавливать. Сейчас опять мастерство, все, это залупа нахуй пойдет. ХП, ну ХП еще куда не шло. Шанс, сила атаки, сила атаки. Ну давай, блядь, что тут нужно? Мимо. Ну вот это ж хотя, блядь. Кубок на силу атаки. Вот он нахуй, я думаю, не нужен. Спорно, спорно. У нас по статам в итоге шанс крита, да? Так, ну давай я еще вкачаю. Какой тут другой на гидро? Какой крит? Сила атаки, нет. Ну, было бы хотя бы в процентах. Сила, сила. Может лучше какой? Гео. Нет. Из прием. ПП крит, не, хуйня. Тут только если отдельная шапка на шанс крита. Ну окей. Вот у меня шанс крита. Я бы вот этот поставил. Что бы мне тогда было? 81. Давай пока вот так. Давай я что-нибудь улучшу. Словно. Какой-нибудь уебищный тут. Это, ну вот этот, например, нахуй не нужен. Вот. Хорошо, давай еще какого-нибудь дерьма кидану. Ну вот тут, блять, хуйня. Девятнадцать и последний. Так. Правильно. В итоге у меня какой выбор? Это или это, да? Тут крит 24. Тут 8% хп. Ну прям хп у чего больше. 15,84. Ну, в принципе, 100 единиц. Не шибко играет роль. При этом 24, а шапку я смогу на шанс ебать. С хпшкой. Вот это понятно. Вот. И так, что у меня в итоге? 44 на 101. Вот 4 на 119. Блять, не хватает 6% шанса. Шанса не хватает. Вот так у меня 15. А вот так у меня какая разница. Ну давай, еще 4% надо добрать. Вообще цветок уебищный. Крит 7, сила, установа есть, но... Вот, шанс крита. То, что надо, блядь. Давай. Да я прям тут и захаваю, какой он там, что он там дает вообще. Блядь. Давай сменить. Лучше, что он там? Кого он там? За сила атаки, крит. Ну, хуйня. О, давай. Бля, защита ебаная, дракон. Все, кроме того, что надо, бля. Заебет, блядь. Ну-ка, еще что есть? Ладно, давай хотя бы так, что будет. А, ну вот хотя бы так. Хотя я могу еще посмотреть, ну-ка. Блин. Может, крит. Никому нахуй не нужен крит. Такой бы вообще надо оставить. Установка, шанс крита очень хорошо. Стихии. Ладно, давай. Улучшить похуй. Раз. И... Что тут еще? Ну это ж хуй с ним. Много фармил-то, блядь. Вот эти, да? Хуйня, хуйня, хуйня. Давай вот эту беру еще. Так. Понятно. Бац. Понятно. Все, мастерство стихий. Просто всё. Бля, вот я... Таки фуфло. Становится сила. Ну, блядь, а нет больше цветка на шанс. Надо фармить, походу. Или, блядь, вот этот ставить тоже такой. Есть что-то подобное? Нет, нихуя. Щиты, блядь. Шанс попадания. Шанс попадания стоит. Альтернатив нет, блядь. Ну вот если я вот так поставлю, что будет? 350. Нету. Значит... Вот этот. Какой тут, блядь. Так, 16 тысяч здоровья. Или вот этот. Блядь, психатка разница. 10% этой залупа. Блядь, ну, наверное, нахуй этот. Ой. Ой. Радиатором. Талантом. Привет. Кубик, Ешка, ЛКМ. Кубик, Ешка. ЛКМ. Все, похуй, давай, где там? Что тут, кого тут, блядь? Пойти поссать, блядь. А, вон там уже это, блядь, ладно.
Oh no! Did she notice us? What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might. Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief. Yeah, let's.
Are you sure that's...
No, that was all. Anyway, I should...
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She just...
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny.
Oh,
I'll be all right.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not.
You're... I have to... But at least we were able to get the stole...
what a slippery lip.
All right.
А, точно, ебать. Кто я нахуй? Персонаж, блядь. Во-первых. Во-первых, блядь. Ладно, на прокачку ее. Хуй с ним. Хуй с ним. 40-го ее хотя бы въебать, блядь. Я буду книжки фармить, блядь. Так. Чё я тут за леди въебалась при этом? Отлично. Характеристики, блядь, таланта. А, таланты пока похуй. Я же, блядь, этот... Да, сюда молитву, да? Дам. Пошел нахуй. Еще раз. Опять пошел нахуй. Время открыть банку энергета. Блять, они не хотят мне еще 10 круток подогнать, нахуй, чтобы я, блядь, нахуй сигнатурку на Еланде был, да? Ну, как, наверное, ублюдки. Как нахуй пойти. Так, отправляйтесь, курды. Шапки шить будем или кого-то нахуй? Сумки, сумки. Ой, блядь. Ну давай, говори, блядь. Поймон, блядь.
We ride this thing to go into the city? What an
This is an aqua bus. It allows people to travel between several key
Aquabus.
locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the
So you mean it's still boring?
no, that's not what I meant. It's just that besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the
Guess that's what it's like to be in
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on.
Что за хуйня, что за хуйня? Ой, блядь. Бежит, блядь. Что, статью про меня написала, нет? Это пизда, блядь. Что я охуенный, невъебенный.
What?
Шарлотта, блядь. Что?
Traveler! Paimon! Shit!
Паймон. И
I'd
это
never guessed
Шарлотта.
I'd bump into you while riding the What are you doing in Fontaine?
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, though we still have no idea how the hike.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sure.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on.
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other. So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trap. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell, for example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
Угу.
You're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now. If I'm the first with a draft read, when that happens, I bet all the other.
So, what is the...
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost and ever since after a period of time. But the scariest part is that many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case. But shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen. Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case...
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her.
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
Hey, we're almost there, look!
И это Биошок? И это Биошок, блядь. Это нахуй не Гейшин, блядь, это Биошока. Ду-ду-ду-ду. О, хуйня, которую можно спиздить.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you.
О,
I have an okay. Bye now. Oh, be sure.
What a tough job. Always running around and
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all.
sure, we wouldn't mind it.
что за хуйня, что за хуйня? По-любому где-то там статуя ебаная. Ух, ебать. Ой, нет, в пизду, не-не-не-не-не. Не-не-не-не-не-не-не. Ебаные ублюдки своими небоскребами нахуй идут,
This
блядь.
is our current abode.
Я вам,
Ah,
блядь, что
Fermine,
нахуй?
you're
Человек-паук,
home.
блядь.
Where did?
Oh, they all just went out a
Ой,
moment ago.
блядь, дебилка
I
напатой.
see. Everyone is getting busier now that father will be
Бася
returning.
вернется
Allow me
скоро.
to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a
Временная.
phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh,
Lenny, could you come here for...
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
Что, блядь, ныряльщик нахуй.
Okay, I see.
is everything all right?
Oh,
Водолаз,
it's
блядь.
nothing. We were just... Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more...
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater.
О, дождик, блядь. Ну и чё, блядь?
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago?
I'm afraid that's just how it is here.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to... It said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontain. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of... Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't... Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of
So... It rained for longer than I...
Was there something...
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a... On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in...
Oh, are you leaving?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the book... I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted. And...
No trouble at all! Don't worry, we're not...
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it...
Oh, no need, no...
Что, здесь что-нибудь, блядь? Ой, нет, похуй. Блядь. Вот эта залупа сейчас 40 гигабайтов весит, нахуй. Обновление, блядь, охуительное, невидительное. Я еще здесь даже никому не бучку не успел начистить, блядь.
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some.
Ah, these must be for Magic Pockets. No need. They've already. But they ins.
Whoa.
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's.
Hey, is this machine what you use to make stuff here?
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use.
But where does a big machine?
Ah, well, it's a little. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by.
Huh? How can
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details. When a trial is in session, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around.
So that's what its other function is? But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines? Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro-Arc.
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't.
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want
Huh?
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job.
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments,
О,
why don't you settle your own
тарталетка.
debts? If Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
you're from Northland Bank, but we...
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Ffontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Long story short, I've already been in Ffontaine for some time now, but it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here, either way you look at it, it seems things are going.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides,
hey, you, Northland Bank.
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really? Listen to me, boy. If you want your mora, fine.
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing...
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boy!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough, you're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
I'm sure this won't take...
О!
You're mine. Shouldn't let your guard down.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank?
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't... Huh?
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe...
Strange. How could that happen? First...
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? I don't see its work for Northland Bay.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood.
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you...
I don't know. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why.
Maybe you losing control...
That is a possibility. I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when it was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named... She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. Because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me.
But what is it?
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just... In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in...
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that's...
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems... So why don't you just go ask your master?
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced... But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point. Oh, seems the time...
What? More...
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's...
Official champion duelists?
Yep. In Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance. The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself, so engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, and the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel. Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor.
So, do many people...
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the... Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorend, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she...
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like...
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have...
Чего?
Huh?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to...
Whatever gave you that?
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down. Well, seems we don't have much to do for now. We might...
Ой, блядь.
Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most... sorry. The whodunits, it's so exciting to reach the moment. Oh, so, Lenny said that the opera house is on Aranias. So let's go ride the aquabus.
Блядь, тут нет, блядь, нигде нахуй туда-сюда штуки. Что тут, блядь? Рыбать можно? Ну, конечно, блядь, изи нахуй. Наконец-то, блядь, какое-то подобие лифта, да, я надеюсь? Ой, ничего, нажал. Ладно, похуй. Блядь, да не сюда надо было. Постой. Может вот тут эта штука-то, блядь. О, гидрокул, блядь. О, да, вот тут эта штука. Бруно. Отлично. Ага. Не, мы пока ничего не будем туда-сюда делать. Ниже. Выше, блядь, ниже, выше, блядь, заебали. Меня дрочат, что ли? Ты заебал, блядь, ублюдок. Да? Неплохо, неплохо, неплохо. А я, блядь, не мог просто телепортнуться? Нет, слишком, блядь, сложно, нахуй. Ебануться, ладно. Добро пожаловать на линию Нави. Меня зовут Эльфан, блядь. Ой, ты иди нахуй.
The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so. Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself. The destination of the current tour is Arenias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontейn Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing. We are now approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
Бануться, блядь. Мран съебался, типа. Давай, что за хуйня? Ладно, похуй. Блять, но регион на самом деле весьма большой, блять, окей. Хотя по сравнению с пустыней, блять, ладно. Что такое? Давай сходим, блять, посмотрим. Мясо птицы. Здесь растет какая-то хуйня, которую можно собрать, заебись. Бомжу. Наконец-то хоть кому-то ебучку набью, блядь. Я там типа я что-то залутаю. Неплохо. 300 метров, ебать, идти нахуй. Путь вообще не близкий, блядь. Где, блядь? Где, блядь? Блядь, бред нахуй. О, сундук. Что за хуйня? Тут много всякой хуйни.
Right here, right now. Emerge.
I'll uproot you!
Let the show begin.
Right now.
Тут.
Right here.
В чем-то что-то. Я что-то должен типа понять тут или что? Я не понимаю.
Emerge. Right here.
Scatter! One with the force.
Так. Нихуя не понимаю, в чем прикол?
Right now. Show them. Emerge.
Propagate!
А, во. Ну-ка стой.
Let's dance.
Вот в чем прикол, блядь. Я могу вам ебучку встретить. Понятно, теперь это работает, блядь. Кстати, что у меня теперь эта штука стоит?
I'll protect us.
Yeah.
Whoa. Now this is fancy. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people.
Oh, Archon.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask.
I guess if there are, kid.
Maybe this is one of the custom.
Чу. Опять у него шиза, блядь.
What's wrong?
В каждом регионе, нахуй, с ним кто-то разговаривает, блядь. Не ваша игра, я Саня.
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water. Lenny asked.
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here.
Hey, you're not
I see. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect.
It's because of his sensitivity?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what?
Just answer me.
Никогда,
When
блядь.
Paimon's really sad? Oh, and
Then you should understand that tears contain your most like I just mentioned. The Fountain of Lucine is where all. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
so what did the voice say? Huh. If you.
Rather than worrying about them, don't let that calm look of his.
Oh, right.
Во, наконец-то. Что? А, вот, как прокачивается. Все, вот это я должен качать. За этот фонтан мне будут давать крутки, блядь. Гемы, примагемы. Я хочу их все и сразу, и немножечко смолы. Что тут по наградам? Нихуя, нихуя, нихуя. Ну ладно. Немножечко смолы. Артефакты мне нужны. Топ частичу прокачать. Еще бездну нагибать. Ну ладно, давай там, блядь, ласт.
Ah, Traveler in Paimon. Good to see you. I knew.
Are you kidding?
But you're actually right on time. The audience still. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations.
Ooh, front row.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep that.
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a...
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant.
Yeah, we'll just go.
Ебать. Копать.
Oh, these should be our seats.
О, это этот дракошек как раз.
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the you little...
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would.
Oh, so you heard all... wait, that's not it. Paimon's... Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early.
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend...
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny, then... Oh, this is getting more awkward by the... Nice to meet you! Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler! We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your and as required by proper etiquette, I will also...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet! What an honor!
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in...
Wait!
Hmm? I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems... Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude,
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person. And by the way, I should probably let you know, there's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may...
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any...
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the...
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty...
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Oh, they're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry. Paimon will try to stay...
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epicles. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to... Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the...
Oh, good point. That's what makes the...
Now, without further ado, let the show be... I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Oh, and before I forget, you never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
Я тоже своего рода иллюзионист, нахуй, какая зарплату получаю, блядь. Подайте. Нихуя ты, блядь. Магия вне Хогвартса, бля, ёбаный народ, блядь. Такое даже Гарри Поттер не умеет, бля, ёбаный народ. Сильнее долбани, нахуй, потому что у тебя, блядь, этот дроп выпал.
But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
Вон там это, туда-сюда. Нормальный персонаж был. Сейчас что-то произойдет. И, короче, я буду все виноват. Меня арестуют.
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Вот там и не было, это был этот гидросущество вот это вот обоссанное, которое в мираже в ебаном было, ну какого.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are... To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette...
Thank you everyone. But our magical journey has only the magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. In which case, I have ample time to make all... So, for my next trick, I will... Please, if my assistants could bring... There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is... I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next... Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute... Now please, everyone pay
Wow! Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual...
The lucky audience member will be generated by this. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know. Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. You don't need to do anything, but if the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might...
Oh.
All right. Before... Like this. 60, 59, 58. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be... Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll...
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing...
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eye. Come on, repeat after me. 60! 50! That's right, perfect!
54? 53? Why aren't you counting, Neuvillette?
I am counting in my head. I think things are merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me.
Oh, alright. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or...
40! 39! Mr. Linney, are you all...
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the... It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem... What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway...
25! What's wrong, Mr. Linney?
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying...
Never mind the decorations!
No, that's unacceptable.
19! 18!
It seems things aren't quite... It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be 10 seconds and change is still plenty.
10!
Almost there now.
8!
Swapping 2 people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
What happened?
За хуйня. То, блядь, дракон падает с неба, то, блядь, часы.
Is this part... Mr. Linney, you're going to use...
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was...
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowl in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, it appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the and there are many indications that it is connected with the case.
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know the truth. I can see through the I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial
Huh? Why me?
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things...
That can't be right. He was in the box on the stage the entire time. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He could have possibly...
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comment...
Huh? I just think that he...
Oh, but what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Look...
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me... That's right. I mean you, traveler. You'll support Linny, won't you? Then there's no problem at all. But with Linny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. So no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and...
It wasn't a draw.
I understand. Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend... Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may... Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big-shot outlander can be.
Linny!
Sorry about everything that happened just...
Of course!
Yeah, I'm a little I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me. Good to hear. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely... As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself...
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop, and don't worry.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. But with the guards watching our every... Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys.
Yes, thank you so much.
Since we're going to start investigating, Paimon...
Oh, well... I'm afraid that would involve...
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. 'Tis truly a pity. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth, we should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic.
All right, let's go have a look while the investigation... Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
I see. You must be the traveler that...
Huh?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cowl. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, the assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it. This is the real mystery. We've already searched this. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank, The ropes holding the tank were then burnt. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to... If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both...
Well...
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even... I know there's no such thing as magic. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people... Sorry, I tend to be pretty... Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourself.
Ой, блядь. Че, я теперь, блядь, Шерлок Холмс, нахуй?
So this is the rope that The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa. Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a wait, Paimon Hello there.
Oh, the seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity. Sure, it's not like this is confidential. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work late. The Magic Troupe members all... Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troupe at all. That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart...
Okay then.
No need to be so... It is of utmost importance that we...
I see that you're if you find any...
We don't have to... The thud?
Yes, exactly. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bait. I'm of the opinion when the pirate...
Wait, was...
Perhaps the balance wasn't right. Oh, that's true.
That does...
Ой, блядь.
Lenny's still. I think someone.
The investigation?
See?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Linny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience to... Well, we thought there might be a serious problem.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine... I'm sure you already know that you have... In other words, Linny knew...
That much...
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
both of you?
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of this? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, and I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm
Хуя себе, блядь.
Huh? Boss. Demoiselle.
Well, I am the second generation.
My apologies, demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss?
No need. You don't have to call me.
Okay, if you say so.
All merely trifling details. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance case. Judging from the look of things.
Really? We think so too, but...
Intuition, naturally. Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever. But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was present. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone.
Sounds more like you.
Well, what's your opinion? All right, I've answered your question.
Wait a minute.
Well, in your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial?
Well?
And why would that be?
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too, no matter how wonderful the script, and if that can.
All right, that now.
Wait! Since when did we become a...
Oh, well...
That's more like it.
Far be it from you wish to save a friend from false accusations.
You have a point. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've...
I have nothing to add.
Oh.
We'll be making some preparations first.
Whoever the murderer... This rope people need... Why would it be? God, we all...
Sorry.
Were you always...
Yes, after the cheat. So, the missing girl couldn't have left for... I doubt there was much...
How can you be so...
Well, I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, but still, I did not abandon my post. And we Melazines...
So, it's safe to say the girl... Alright, thank you for your help. We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going.
Understood.
Very good.
You may spare the...
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guard. Sorry. And these are my companions. Would you mind?
Oh, new helpers?
Well, let's...
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations?
Ah, good eye. That said...
the back? You mean the inside of it?
Very good indeed. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly.
Oh, so
I knew you'd figure out the 2 magic boxes. See this the box with the lucky audience member.
This trolley can raise and lower.
I see. So that...
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the audience member would only be able to...
Right! You were...
Ah, yes. My assistant and I had already scripted...
And what about Lynette?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back.
Oh!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way,
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only
So that's how it all worked.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel, and then I walk out of the other box in the audience area. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our...
we really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have. And yet, to think that someone. Could we have a look around?
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone.
Why would it? Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a
Whatever it is.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why?
Oh, Paimon knows. It's and here's a broken.
Oh, her clothes are here, but she's
right. Ugh. What is this place?
It seems someone could...
Alone, perhaps.
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right. Let Paimon... Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up. Well, we've asked her. Let's find a place to...
Apologies for the wait.
So, what did the guards say? Did the
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the guards have checked the area carefully.
So the tunnels become like a secret...
In other words, the
Charges?
That's right. This is how a trial goes. That's right. This is how the statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witnessed. To put it simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will, and is...
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. Then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually
in practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Which is... yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place.
Huh?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us...
They're concerned that we might... And even if that were not so...
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa! There's no need...
Of course. I just hope you don't mind.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings. I mean, what better...
Huh. Just kidding!
What do you mean, no...
Huh?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with...
Wait, you're carrying...
Yes, I must be prepared.
I have eggs, sugar...
These three are quite the interesting group. From the way you had these two guys carrying... But you ended up doing...
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging...
Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way.
It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency. Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven. Oh, well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to...
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's fate. No need for
All right then. Down to business. However, the magician twin...
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing?
The flower vase and resulting in the shadow. Perhaps the criminal...
Paimon thinks that makes sense.
But the only people left...
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic?
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had...
Were we not from the sound of things? This is turning... Your macarons are amazing. What?
Please don't worry about it. At my age...
No. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait. Even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then maybe...
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one... Malus, set up the stove.
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons.
Exactly.
As you wish.
And I have the egg.
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know what we're looking... It would be awkward if you got all tongue...
All right,
it was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
All right, it's time to put our heads together. We've got...
Ничего тут, блядь.
What do we do? The whole situation is so kablam.
Just relax. Even if everyone besides, I doubt Farina understands it.
Thanks, Navia.
Best of luck to you.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your
To be honest,
No, we're already.
Well, now, don't you all look That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident.
Yes, of course. I will explain, well...
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that, you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once...
Yes, that...
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina.
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Бля, ёбнутая нахуй, бля, кто-нибудь, блядь, эти, блядь, поебало
There
нахуй.
is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were...
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if...
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for...
And you didn't hear anything?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud.
Huh?
Hey, hang on.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the...
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the...
Look at those scales. Could those...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundation... Tell me, aren't you and...
The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatsui's doing.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they
Блядь,
look
охуеть.
Now comes the infamous.
Блядь.
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really...
Бля, ёбаные нахуй, блядь.
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to... First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of... Are these claims true? Please answer my question.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true.
I knew it.
Well, that's it. We might as well move.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary?
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left?
Order! Order! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing? In that case, my dear audience...
Well, this is awkward. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Paimon doesn't know where to... We based our entire reasoning on the assumption not to set the wrong tone or anything.
I'm very sorry. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't, but our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers...
Right now, we want to save people.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become... That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you. But the truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to. Right. So, you be the judge. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade, but still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal.
Sorry.
Well, you both say that, but... Right, let's hear your answer.
Of course. I'll answer. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core has been... From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick, with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that which should have been impossible, of course, I was quite... That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of... On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so after that, the homicide occurred...
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must...
That's the only way we can save...
So, there you have it. It was never my wish to proceed under this but like I said earlier, you can be the...
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusation... Huh?
Both parties have returned to their... When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may...
That took long enough. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
Что за хуйня, блядь? Вот я, блядь, рот ебал, нахуй, зачем дерьмище какое-то.
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed early. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out before making her change clothes. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that. So Linney proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linney passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands before opera. And there you have it.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to...
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events, what Linney experienced and what he saw. Seems this won't produce...
А, вот. Ёбаный ублюдок. О, блядь. Чё мне вот это типа? А чё, блядь, а чё? Вот это? Чё за хуйня, блядь? Тут ты, блядь. Вот. Блядь, мне уже похуй, давай быстрее, блядь, хоть что-нибудь, блядь. Он хоть что-то может? А, ну, ебать, окей.
Lenny went to the... Lenny did not take part in...
Вот так было.
When the countdown started, Lenny, but he immediately used a vent to. Once he reached that, the crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the. Finally, he reached the
Ну и дерьмо.
Paimon did it!
In other words, you believe that.
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, assuming that what you say is true, Lenny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause an.
Oh.
That's right, you. Well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what? Of course I do. If he had been in the magic. You're saying that he wasn't?
Блять.
That's right! Lenny wasn't in the box. This means that when the crime happened, the same clue you used to disprove his.
What? To think you'd use such logic.
Хм.
Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Это или дебил, который откинулся, или Нэй. Это который дебил откинулся, он и был убийцей. Ну, типа, угу.
The deceased's name is Cowell. Lenny's a...
That can't be right.
Oh, is that so?
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from wood... The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So where... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into... Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which...
Ублюдок. Окей, давай.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment.
Чё он лишний?
No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So where would the sound we heard may have come from a clash, but Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave... The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the The deceased's name is... The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the... No one entered or left the Opera House through it. The deceased's name is Cowell. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent.
Так, не то, да?
No one entered or left the Opera House. Linny was not in the tunnel at that... The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the It would have been tough for both people. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So where would the...
Заебало, блядь.
The sound we heard may have...
Я не ебу, блядь, что они хотят. Вот так они хотят или чё? Ну это ж опять, вот, в чем прикол?
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble?
Look, since we're at a dead, just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utter.
If only we knew how.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you...
Excuse...
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a... The deceased's name is... The vase was not broken by chance.
Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leave. If there's a similar method...
How could a person ever be transformed into water? Must we really? Magic tricks are ultimately just a...
Even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of... Since Cal was the deceased, but given that we aren't making much progress with the case,
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an... Guards, please step into the lounge.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are... the primordial. The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an org. The notebook has many entries concerning. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Ffontein. It's likely that Halsey was chosen. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is.
You've got to be kidding! People just.
It's something so ridiculous.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but.
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank. Just a minute. Could that mean.
Demoiselle, wait! What about your part?
Let's go. Just.
Order! Order! It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding. Guards, please continue examining the items. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the.
Of course. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many.
Right! Like the metal hook! Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water.
Lynette was in the magic box on stage. The deceased's name is Cowell. Linny's. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic. The water from the primordial sea should already have. Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire. I remember there was some. The rope that held the water. The deceased's name is Cowell. The water from the primordial. I remember there was. The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick. The rope that held the water. Now it seems like the. Lynette was in the magic box. I remember there was. The water from the primordial. I remember there was something else with it. Now it seems like the. Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire. I remember there was. I remember there was. Now it seems like the.
In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope, and the number select. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually, and when the balloon attached to the box popped, the water. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel. With the But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel, and wound up being fatally hit by the.
That actually links together a lot.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I?
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among.
What?
That can't be. Does this not, my dears?
Блядь, заебал нахуй, ёбаный народ,
Lenny
блядь.
did not need, having made modificate that upon his. Ultimately, he now, as my. Am I right?
We've used up all the. Is this the end of the.
Oh no! Seems using.
I think we've all seen enough. I believe this is in.
Это у этого. Коляр, который водолаз нахуй. Водолаз ему дал.
Not in your view. Excuse me, everyone.
Miss, I must.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman. What?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are...
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth? And wouldn't such a... Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it an... But, as the magic makers and stars of the show...
I understand.
And voila.
Sorry.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So...
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then before...
That'll teach you to...
Where should I begin?
What?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian. And I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to... That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away.
Hey! No wonder you look familiar. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty...
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of... He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing... I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell... The flower vase.
Я заебала.
The strange... Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized.
And it's... Having been selected, her panic only intense. Hearing the commotion, he did not know that, mistakenly believing the two broke the flower with no way of escaping, she changed her clothes. She knew!
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons.
At this point, all the... rather...
Now then, Lady Farina. Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As...
What are you... No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat.
Wow, look at that!
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontейn, I shall once... The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim. With some modifications to the selector, he could to cover up any evidence while he also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank. Using the fireworks at the end of the he poured the water from the primordial sea. Finally, He passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontейn, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box. And thus, Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the As for Linny, he was in the underground. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the... While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision. As such, Linny and Lin...
Great. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in...
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny. I'm sure you know what you must do to...
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a...
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the...
And now that your plan has... Therefore, you would be...
Yes, our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience... We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were all...
And now he can no longer...
Such ruthlessness.
An outrageous... All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Блять, опять что ли хуйню искать?
So, we're just going back now? That's...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Linny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right, but still. Let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after, I guess. I didn't approach you with any As for why I'm a Fatus, that was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
That's right. And since we're here, I was back when our parents first died. To survive, I took my sister through several to my surprise, we proved before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take...
So you went from...
That was how we felt at first too. As if... But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he would constantly take me to all sorts...
That doesn't seem too bad.
Took after one particular performance at a banquet. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to...
Oh no. But what in Fontaine's...
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. All I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans. Father, I mean, the Knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made... The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis's power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontейn.
So, she believes that—
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to— Today's case has also proven that people from Fontейn can indeed dissolve into some sort of— All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontейn. We won't give up on defending our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left—
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing an—
It's alright. I just hope you can— If you should need anything at all in the future.
Bye, Linny!
Hey there! What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for—
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to— Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides! And—
Ah, I see. Sorry.
Don't say that!
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new— Wait!
Huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to— Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't—
You don't have to—
Oh, wonderful! In that case, why don't we return to the—
Alright then!
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chainsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Can't see? Ah, I'll bury you! Yeah. Rah. Yeah.
Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Let's nip that in the bud. Scatter!
Right here, right now, right here. One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
Springboard! Propagate! Can't see?
happens when you lose your foothold.
Right here, right now.
The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Right here. Nothing lasts forever.
Scatter! And shroud!
As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever.
So amazing. Let the show begin. Right here, right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Rah. I'll uproot you. Propagate.
Emerge, right now. Emerge.
One with the forest. Keep up. Can't see? Yeah. I hear everything.
Right now.
Scatter! Germinate!
Emerge. A sight to behold.
And shroud! Propagate! I'll uproot you!
Right here. Come on out.
One with the forest. Rah.
Блять. Ладно, похуй.
Finding the truth.
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chainsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
I hear everything!
Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Can't see?
Show them, right here. Huh? I'm always watching.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
And Shroud! I'll uproot you! Scatter!
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Propagate! Can't see? Rah! Germinate!
Emerge, right now.
And Shroud!
As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist.
right now. Emerge.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Let's dance. Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Yeah.
Emerge. Right now. Right here.
One with the force. I hear everything. Yeah. Rah. Can't see?